It's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here come the Seahawks. Time for that offense and quarterback Russell Wilson to go to work.
I'm not sure what you thought, but I thought it was appropriate when he walked into our meeting with his arm totally encased in ice because he threw 5 touchdown passes last week and won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
Yeah, but reading the paper this morning, and he said, gosh, I actually thought I should have got 6 or 7. But still, it was an amazing performance a week ago.
Boy, I'll tell you what, if he thought he should have had 6 or 7, that's a guy's an absolute perfectionist, not just greedy.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see, finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler, but again, just 1 yard out of it.
A gain of a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They'll roll him out right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25. So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Taken in by Kenny Galladay. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Less than 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man is Galladay, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. For Galladay, you take a look at the numbers from last week. 8 catches, 96 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit is going against the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
He was covered by Jamal Adams.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. The catch and run, good for 18.
That's another Detroit Lions first.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So now the ground to Johnson. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
Nice play right there.
No, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over.
Everyone to the line of scrimmage. If he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Yeah, Justin Coleman brings him down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Rolling to his right. Going for Metcalf. This is caught at the 20. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 51 yards. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only...
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Coverage defensively.
They go play action with Wilson. They'll buy some time right. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A 45-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will tie us at 3-3.
3-3.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Field goal is all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
2nd and 4.
He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These 2 teams all tied after 1.
3-3.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They got 29 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
It's second down and 10.
To throw again. Wilson. Flush to his right. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pass interference. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25 yards.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up first and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Hockenson. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well. And that would appear to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him playing very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
They were looking for Johnson that time. Third down here. 20. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
For the field goal, a 37-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
Score Seahawks 10, Lions 6.
So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. The Vikings seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. So we head off to check out another game. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. Deshaun Watson on fire. 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. 2 touchdown passes there for Jameis Winston. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They start the second half with Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll run it with Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
49-yard line.
Now the throw here, hauled in. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Illegal blocking the ball. Return team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Wilson back into his end zone, sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit.
To throw from his end zone, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety.
And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. This is brought in at the 21. Detroit getting set to go now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
37-yard line.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzes, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
So a decent game, but all for none on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They go to Johnson again. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, pumped out. And the Seahawks are picked out. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, and that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
Complete.
10 yards and a Seattle first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Steps away. That is caught inside the 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle.
From 21 yards away. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Seahawks.
Jason Myers.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 17-8.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 20.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed. Able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. And that's incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guy.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
Taken down and sacked.
That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case, because they watched the game tape from the previous week and put it into their own defensive scheme and continued to get out.
It's a foot race. He's at the 30. A big play there. 98 yards. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
But how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Forced out to his left. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's Wilson on the option. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Play action. Now Wilson. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
To number 16, Tyler Lockett.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
And it's no good. Extra point he's missed so far.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think
he's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are a two-point conversion away from tying this game.
Conversion.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the two-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for us.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So down only 2 now. Still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. Oh, did the Lions get it? Yes, they recover. The field goal will do it for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there. It's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
That's good for a Lion.
He will find his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Back to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
For the field goal, a 29-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. The home crowd here absolutely loves it, as they should, getting the field goal in the closing moments and likely going to get out of here with a W.
A W, celebrations all around. How about how everyone's going to leave this stadium, right? And you know something? He probably makes more money than most of the 60,000 people here, but they're all willing to buy him dinner tonight, aren't they?
Oh, they don't care. He's a man of the people right now.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. This a long one from 54. It looks good, and it is good. From 54 yards away, he bangs it through. And they'll be celebrating in Pioneer Square tonight. The Seahawks have won the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Seahawks, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.